Hey guys, Agro Ninja here, and welcome back to another episode of StoneBlock 3. In today's episode, we have an incredible build project planned that I can't wait to get started on. But before that, we're going to take a quick look around and see what we've been working on. As we get started today, you're going to notice quite a few things have changed around our starter area, and that's because one, I wanted our area to feel as complete as possible, and two, as useful as possible. Because getting started on our first big build, I don't really plan to add anything else here or do any additional content here unless it's needed for our build. And on the inside, you're going to notice that not too much has changed other than the trend of us slowly pulling stuff out of here, which will continue. You'll notice we've started using more variations of the iron chest. So on the inside, we got some copper chests. On the outside, we've got a couple iron ones as well as an additional diamond chest. We've also hung up our no soliciting sign, so hopefully no additional wandering traders spawn at the moment. I was trying to record earlier and one spawned and it was very distracting. Over here, we figured out a way to farm kelp with our botany pots. So we're using a bucket of water and a piece of kelp instead of a piece of dirt and a sapling. Very, very useful. You can see we've got quite a bit and we can build all kinds of conveyor belts, which we have done. If we come out here, you'll notice we've added quite a bit of chests and conveyor belts to kind of automate everything. We haven't really added any additional major components. We've just upgraded and chest and conveyor belt automated things. The exception being we have added an additional encased fan where we are using it to smelt items instead of washing items with water. We're using lava to smelt items. We've also upgraded a lot of our funnels that we were using to these brass versions. And these allow us to, one, pull out up to a stack of items instead of one, and filter items. So we can either attach an individual block to the front of one of these and it'll focus that one item, or we can use these filters. And if we shift right click, I think we can pull this off. It might just be a right click. Yeah, there we go. And if we look at this filter, you can see you can use it in a couple different ways. We're doing a deny list. So basically what we're telling it is anything that comes onto the depot, we don't want it to come off. We want it to finish processing and then it'll come off because it's not on this filter. And that's how I have most of mine set up. You could also do it the opposite way, but I figured that's how most people do it. And I just wanted to be different. We're dropping these onto a conveyor belt. So if you're washing or smelting or using the soul campfire, it's going to put its output out on this conveyor belt and end up in this diamond chest down here. We also discovered this auto hammer, and now we don't have to build tall walls of compressed blocks and use a hammer on them. We can just drop things into this iron chest. It'll auto hammer and end up in this iron chest over here. So you can see we've already got quite a bit of dirt, gravel, and sand. We don't have any dust at the moment, but we will probably work on that later because I do need to build up a whole bunch of materials to build a whole bunch of create components. You can see we're using a chest and a brass funnel with a conveyor belt, which is sending gravel up to our crushing wheels or anything else that we need to crush. And it is doing it a stack at a time, so it's kind of slow. It doesn't look like it's about done. We could probably add some more gravel. So we're getting us some more materials. Just so you can continue to see that in action. We'll hopefully catch it here in a moment when it drops everything onto the conveyor belt and sends it over to this iron chest where we've got quite a bit of resources there. We got almost 4 stacks of iron, a whole bunch of this bauxite ore. Oh, there you go. See, it drops it all and then it sends it in. It can only pull one item at a time down the conveyor belt, but I think it can handle up to a stack. It might just be 16 items. I'm not sure. Over here behind our deployer setup, we're farming one of each type of vanilla tree, and we're building up a previous supply of these. We probably need to update these chests to copper or iron to expand our storage a little bit. I also discovered that we can kind of hide our gears and our shafts with an andesiite casing. And the nice thing about this is it doesn't use it up when you're using it as a cover. See, it stayed in our inventory. Very, very nice. And you can get rid of it by just shift right clicking with your create wrench. We did leave some of the shafts exposed because I think it looks cool. We've also re-geared this crushing wheel setup. I don't know why I had it set up the way I did. That was crazy. I would not be surprised if everybody did not laugh at that. Did not need all that complexities. It's much simpler now. Just 2 gearboxes is all it is now. Much simpler setup. And I think that's pretty much all that's changed. If you notice anything that I didn't go over, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to address it. But just looking at the crafting recipe for some of these items, you can see the filter is made from a piece of wool and 2 iron nuggets. If we look at the chute, it's made from 1 iron ingot and 2 iron sheets. And our brass funnels are made from dried kelp, 1 brass ingot, and 1 electron tube. We've also chest and conveyor belt automated our mechanical press and our mechanical mixer. And essentially we're using a brass funnel to pull out of a chest onto a conveyor on both of these. And then once it hits the depot, we're using 1 more brass belt with a funnel so we can control what comes off the depot. Otherwise it'll just automatically pull whatever's on the depot off. And then it sends it into this chest. And we're using a deny filter just like we are over there. Over here you don't have to do that. It automatically adds this little dropper thing on the side of the basin. And once an item is crafted, it drops it onto this conveyor and into the chest. And we can kind of just demo this. So we're gonna drop 2 Indesiite and 2 iron nuggets in here. You're gonna see that stuff come out, go into the basin. It's gonna spin, do its thing, and it shouldn't take but a moment there. We're already getting some components. Well, this will make mass producing create items a little easier so we can build a really cool factory for create. Over here we can drop some iron ingots in. You'll see them getting fed out. And we really could probably switch this to an Andesiite funnel. I don't think there's a need for this one to be brass. We need the brass one here so we can filter it. We might go ahead and just do that now. I think we have some spares. Yeah, we do. I don't like to use these brass ones if it's not needed because they're kind of expensive to make. Really not expensive, it's just making those electron tubes are kind of annoying at this stage of the game. All right, we'll put that up. And I think I touched on everything. You probably noticed these functional storage drawers where we have some netherite and endstone. We'll go ahead and click one of these because I think we got some quests that we can complete real quick. We'll take a moment in a bit to do that. I'm just kind of looking around. I think that is pretty much it. I guess I could demo the auto hammer for you guys. We'll go ahead and grab a bunch of, actually, you know what? Let's process some of this gravel into sand, and then we're going to do the sand into dust later. But you make an entire stack of compressed blocks, throw it in this iron chest. It auto gets fed into the diamond auto hammer and is getting sent to this chest. And I don't think we look at the recipe for that. We can look at that real quick. It's pretty simple. You start with the iron auto hammer, which is just some iron ingot, some gold, and an iron hammer. And then you can upgrade that to a gold one. Then you can upgrade that to what we're using, which is a diamond. And then once we get some netherite, we can upgrade it to a netherite. Over here, you're going to notice a very long tunnel. Since the last episode, on top of working on all this off camera, we also had our very first stream on Twitch on StoneBlocks. And in that stream, we upgraded our Tinker's tool. So we now have bronze pick and a bronze hand axe. And we dug a tunnel all the way into the end. That's over 2,000 blocks, somewhere around there. I'm not sure exactly how long it is. It goes way down there. And I guess we could take a moment and look at some footage of that experience. Right here. Look at him. Get to work. Munchy munchy. Well, we haven't run into anything yet, but we're getting really close, man. Look at all those mobs spawning. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Do we have a gold on us? Let's I think if we run around with the gold, they won't mess with us. Or is it, do I have it backwards? It's gold and they won't want us. We should have made a piece of gold armor. We may have to fight this guy. Let's get ready to lay down. Yep. Oh, he's gonna kill us. We gotta go. There's another one. There's a brute. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. Oh, we did not think this through. Just run. Just run. Just run. Look at all of that. Ooh. I think if we put on a piece of gold armor, they won't mess with us, except for the brutes. The brutes are going to come after us regardless, I believe. All right. Are they still chasing us? No. Ooh, we barely got away. Oh, more mobs. More mobs. So our path is not safe. I want to push all the way out and see what it does. Is it just endless end stone? You now have reached the end. Or does it turn into a void world? Oh, I see something ahead. Do we get end cities? Oh, yeah, we definitely went the right way. It's somewhere right down here. We just heard our first mob. Oh! So that's different. We'll have to wait till we can, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we get us a bucket of water and we can, check this out. But yeah, we're not ready for this. All right, we're gonna head home and unload. I hope you guys enjoyed that footage. We have a lot of fun on our Twitch streams, and if you have an interest in joining us, you can find a link for my Twitch on my YouTube page as well as in the description on all my videos. There is a couple more items I wanted to go over before we jump into our build project. And let's go ahead and grab some iron from this chest, and then we're gonna head over to our encased fans. I know we went over the upgrades and changes we made, but I don't think we demoed this. So if we right click the chest above the one that washes, we can go ahead and drop some dust in there. And you can see it's dropping those onto the depot where it's getting processed, and briefly it'll start spitting those items out. See, there it goes into our chest down there. And then the one that we added, we can drop that iron, and you can see it drops that onto the depot, and it will start smelting those, and it'll start coming out. One cool thing about these chutes is you can actually right click them and you can hide them, or you can have the little window pop up. I like the window. I think it's a cool visual. The other thing that I wanted to take a look at was our quest book. I did take a moment and go all the way up to where Deep Slate is so we can finish a couple quests. And you can see we've got the reward for stone layers, so we've been to all 3 layers of stone. We'll take our random reward for that. Some Ender air bottles. And we've also got our netherrack reward. Ooh, experience obelisk. That'll be very useful. As well as one for the end stone that we had. And a building gadget. Super useful. And we're about to get started on a building project, so that's just perfect. Do we have anything else? Looks like we got something under miscellaneous. Well, our building gadget. We'll take the reward for that. And then we'll take the reward for the obelisk. So that is perfect. Oh, it gave us some, it looks like it gave us some XP levels. So we can probably go set that up in our starter area somewhere. Let's put it right here. That looks like a good spot, I think. And you can just add levels to it. Oh, sweet. Let's do all. Oh, and then you can retrieve them. It looks like it only can store so many, and it looks like it's already almost full. That's okay. It's still useful. We've only died once, and that is because we were working on our crushing wheels, and I got stuck on the conveyor, and it sent us up and pushed us into the crushing wheels. And once you're in the crushing wheels, there ain't no way to get out. If I'd have thought, I could have really quickly done /home server command, and that would have teleported us off of them. but I freaked out and we died. So let's put these other rewards up in our junk chests. I thought we had some of those other, there they are right there. Let's stack those up and we'll put our building gadget in with our tools and these other items so we can just go in there. And that reminds me, one last thing. We actually got this epic loot crate, which is our very first loot crate. And I didn't even realize those were in this mod pack. But we have a slime chunk down there. And if we come down here, you might can see one down there. Nope, doesn't look like there's any down there right now. It's way down there, almost out of visual range. I seen it, I went down there, I killed it. And that's where we got this epic loot crate. So let's go ahead and open that up. And we got a brain coral fan. I don't know if that's useful or not. Since we're in a stone world, it might be useful. But I think we've put off our build project long enough. Let's go ahead and get started on our build project. As you can see, phase 1 of our first major build is complete. I know it doesn't look like much at the moment, but over the next couple of episodes, it'll all start to come together. I have an incredible vision for this area, and I can't wait to see it come to fruition. And if I'm being completely honest, I severely underestimated the amount of time and effort it was going to take to build something of this scale this early game. We went through at least 25 diamond hammers, about 5 per 3 levels. And you can see there's a lot of 3 levels if you count all that coming all the way down. Over here you can see we got nearly 80,000 cobble. Granted, not all of that came from this area, but at least 70,000 did. And we have one extremely productive slime farm. I had to deal with at least 2 slime chunks and a ton of slimes that kept spawning. If we take a look in our backpack, you can see we've got over 3 stacks of slime balls and numerous other drops, including several loot crates, which we'll open up later in the episode. But we got a slime over here. Let's deal with him real quick. He was annoying me. And we'll add some more slime balls to the pile. But I think we're going to head back over to our starter area. We've got some more things that we need to work on. And 2 things that we're going to really need is our building gadget and our exchanging gadget. But those require power. And in order to power those, we're going to need to start getting into a little bit of thermal series. And we're going to build a Stirling dynamo to generate a little bit of FE. I was taking a look, and this is probably one of the simpler, easier things to build with what we have available. It's basically some iron, a little bit of redstone, and a little bit of gold. Nothing too complex. So we're going to go ahead and get some resources out of our chest. We'll need 1 piece of gold. We'll need some redstone. We're going to need some iron. We're going to need one of those. And we need a couple pieces of stone, which I've been smelting stone because we're going to need that for our build as well. So we'll go ahead and start crafting this. Some of this I think I can remember from memory. We need a gear. We're going to need one of those redstone coils. I don't remember, was it 1 or 2? It was just 1. So we'll put our stone here on the edges, our iron gear, our redstone flux coil, our 2 pieces of redstone, and what was the other thing? Was it another piece of iron? It was not. What was it? It was redstone. I got this backwards. And then I believe it was iron there. Okay, so now we have a Sterling Dynamo, which will complete a quest. We'll go ahead and finish that off. And oh, that's cool. We got a little book for thermal. And what did we get as a random one? We got a diamond knife. I'm not sure how useful that is at the moment, but we'll put that with our stuff later. The other item we're going to need is a machine to charge our items. And if we go to look up the word charger, I think we can find it that way. There should be right here, this energetic infuser. We should be able to use this to charge our building gadgets. And we need 3 redstone flux coils, 1 redstone block, some lead ingots, and some electrum. And I think we have all of that stuff ready. Yeah, here's some raw lead, so we'll go smelt this. Because I don't know if we have any over here. Yeah, we don't actually have any smelted. We're gonna need 3 pieces of gold ingots. We're gonna need, we'll grab some iron in case we need it. We also need some more redstone. And we need some electrum, which we can get from combining silver and gold. Can we do that? I wonder if we can do that in our machine that we have around the corner. I forget what it's called. We'll go over there in just a moment. So we got some gold. Do we have any silver? I don't know if we have any silver made. Doesn't appear that we have any. That's okay. We think we got some silver in here somewhere. Give me a moment to find it. All right, there's some silver. So we're gonna smelt this silver. There's our lead. All right, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna try to use our alloy kiln to make our electrum. So we're gonna put some silver in here and some gold. We need something to power it, so I guess we better get some coal. And it looks like that's gonna work. And we needed 3 of those, so we'll get the rest of the stuff ready. There's our 3 redstone flux coils. We also need a block of redstone. Oh, we're gonna have just enough redstone. And hopefully we don't need anything else crafted. Yep, we should be able to just drop our 2 lead ingots and then this electrum. And we now have a basic energetic infuser. We should be able to grab some more coal. And was that all the coal? We don't have any more coal. We might have some charcoal in here. We do have some charcoal. And we're just gonna set this over in the corner for now, like that. And then we can put our energetic infuser there. I think that will work. We should be able to just put our charcoal in there. And it is filling up. Now, this is very basic, but we really just need it for our 2 gadgets. I have future plans for power. This is just temporary. We do have one of those. We just need to build the exchanging gadget. So if we look up the word gadget, this is the one we want to build right here. So we need to get some diamonds and lapis. do we have any diamonds? And then we should have everything we need to make our exchanging gadget. Oh, we need another piece of redstone. Now we should have everything we need. And there's our 2 gadgets, and it doesn't take much to charge these up. We should be able to just throw this. Oh, you can bulk charge with these now. That's new. And that looks like it's going to take a while. So we'll let that run for a while and fill up our tools, and then we're going to figure out what else we're going to do for today's episode. So our 2 gadgets did finish charging. We'll go ahead and grab those. We don't need them at the moment. We'll go ahead and put those in our backpack. But going into the next episode, we're going to be using these a lot, working on our big build project. We're probably done with that for today. It's just turned into a much larger project than I foresaw. But I do think we got a lot done. I've been over here working on getting stuff ready for our project. We're going to need a whole bunch of andesite, so I'll probably go farm up a bunch of andesite in between episodes and add another storage bin just for those. I've also been working on smelting cobble into stone. We've got plenty of resources for that. And I've added some additional furnaces over here so we can do that. And we'll just go ahead and get some more going here, just so you can kind of see my process here. We also upgraded some of our chests over here so we can get even more wood. And I've been AFK over here letting these build up. I haven't quite decided on a block palette. I just know we're going to be using most likely andesite, deep slate, and one of the types of wood that we have. So I'm just going to be bulk gathering all that in between episodes. I'm going to also be breaking down a lot of our cobble into gravel, dirt, sand, and dust, and we can actually just go ahead and do some now. That way we can get a whole bunch of materials that we're going to need for all of our create machines that we're going to be setting up, because I'm not going to use any of the stuff we have over here. I'm going to leave this fully functional in case we need to use it for something. So we're going to be building a whole bunch of components in between episodes, so we don't have to, do that on camera. And we'll be doing a lot of this right here. Oh, let's pull that out, and just crafting up stone and gathering andesite and all that fun stuff. But I think we're about to wrap it up for today. I think we're going to end today's episode by going to war with the slimes, because if we look at our mini map, look how many are over there. There is a ton. So I'm going to assume this is the slime chunk. I thought there was also one right here, but I guess there's not. But we're going to take, we got a stick to add to our collection. Stick of truth. All right, we're going to take a look and see if we can build a mega torch. It does appear, ooh, a block of gold. We're going to have to smelt some gold. Let's go ahead and do that real quick, because I want to stop them guys from spawning. So we did get our mega torch, and it appears that that is also a quest. So we'll go ahead and complete that quest and see what reward we get. We got another diamond chest. That's a really good reward. We'll just stick this over here somewhere for now. We'll just throw it in our other chest. I don't have a use for it at the moment. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go have a little fun with these slimes. So I went ahead and filled our food up. We're gonna plop a mega torch down here in the middle somewhere, and that should cover this whole area. It's supposed to be 62 in all directions, I believe, or maybe it's 32 in all directions for a total coverage area of 64 by 64. So this might not work. We may put it a little closer. We'll just have to see. But I got our vile sword out and our shield. Let's kill a few slimes. Well, that took care of all the slimes. We'll leave the mega torch here, and I'll update you guys in the next episode on whether we needed to add more of these. I want to minimize how many we add, because I hear these things can be a bit of a lag causer, so we don't want to add too many. But we're going to head back and see what kind of rewards we can get from these crates. All right, we'll start with this clay loot crate because we know what's going to be in it. You guessed it, clay. We got 4 clay from that. And we'll start with the lowest tier first. I believe we got 1 epic, which is pretty awesome, and 4 rare. So let's go ahead and check this common loot crate. Iron horse armor. Cake. Straw. A music disc. A stone wand. A plate of shepherd's pie. Another music disc. A book. Another music disc. A name tag. Ooh, that's useful. Another name tag. And more iron horse armor. All right, we'll move on to these uncommon loot crates. A copper upgrade. A fulminating grenade. Dark prismarine. Ooh, a slime sling. Feather. A roost. Oh, we'll be using that here soon. Soul sand. Floral fertilizer, which was a quest. We'll accept that in a moment. Prismarine. A jerry can. And a grenade. All right, now let's look at our rare loot. And yes, we still got some... I went ahead and got everything out of our inventory so we'd have plenty of space here. So we're going to open the rare ones now. A mage's hood. A fast vector plate. Lapis lazuli. A mana... Ooh, very nice. That just opened up a quest line. All right, let's do this epic loot crate. And a source gem block. Oh, that might actually be really good. And is that all of them? I believe that's all. And we'll just stick this stuff in our loot chest here. We're going to need some more. We've about filled these up. We'll probably just upgrade them. Or move all this to a diamond one. We'll go through this stuff later. But for now, the last thing we're going to do is get our quest reward. And then we're going to wrap today's episode up. So we got a reward for the fertilizer, which gave us another one of those books. And I don't see any other quests. And what did we get? We got a silk. Oh, very, very nice. We will be adding that to our pick as soon as I get an anvil. So we will probably do that in the next episode. But I think for today, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know that I had a lot of fun finally getting started on our first major build. And although I didn't get as much done as I would have liked to, I'm feeling pretty confident about the future. If you guys have any guesses or thoughts on our build, go ahead and leave a comment. If you have any ideas, leave a comment. I have a pretty good plan, but I'm always open to suggestions and ideas that we can incorporate into the build. If you did enjoy today's episode, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe. This is Agro Ninja, and that's a wrap.